Hey guys, in today's episode we have got Mithil Dave sir, also known as Digital Mithil. He is a digital coach and a podcaster himself. He has also trained more than 10,000 people across the globe, and especially college students would enjoy this show and gain more knowledge from him. So grab your earphones and let's get into the video. Welcome to my show, sir. I'm very pleasure to have you in my show. So first of all, let me allow you to introduce yourself to the listeners, sir.
Hello everyone. First of all, thank you so much, Lokesh,
Yes,
for
sir.
inviting me to your podcast platform.
Yes,
Glad to be here.
yes.
So, hi everyone, those who are listening. So, this is Digital Mithil. I am a digital coach, a content creator, a podcaster, and a YouTuber. And I'm a founder of a VIH tribe where I teach my tribe members various things about how to build a digital business or a digital empire with content marketing.
Yeah. So, my first question to you will be that what impact has content creation made in recent years, sir, after this digitization, geo, and all, particularly in India? What type
Okay.
of yeah?
So now we have organic and inorganic marketing. So organic marketing plays a very vital role in the foundation of building a digital empire, in which content marketing has a major share. So after geo and inculcating major digitalization in our country, content marketing has played a vital role.
Mm.
Okay, initially the stage started with TikTok, but then later on it started
Ah.
with Instagram and more opportunity for making YouTube videos, so and so forth. So now the market is big, the availability is huge, and yes, if you want to have a serious business and monetization, content is the key, because it is always said that content is the king of any business.
Yeah. So, what do you think this shift has happened all of a sudden? Is it that pandemic or before itself it is there, sir? Like, because many YouTubers were getting popular, not only in India but everywhere else. Like PewDiePie got many subscribers. He is the top subscriber list he has. So, what do you think content creation will lead to in the future, sir? Like, are brands evolving to it or?
Okay, now as per me, when it comes to content creation, when you're doing marketing for your product, any digital product, okay, it can be online course, workshop, webinar, your book, anything. So whether you are an author, YouTuber, podcaster, or anyone, the one thing that matters is visibility, and the second thing which matters is trust. Now when you are running ads or you're promoting, okay, the first thing people are going to do is not going to buy. First they're going to go to your social media platforms. When they go to your
Hmm.
social media platform, they're going to see, are you creating content and giving any free value?
Yeah.
They're going to consume that knowledge, trying to understand who you are, and then when the trust is built, they will be able to come and connect with you at a larger scale, and that's where the sales happen.
Okay.
So if you are into business or if you are into brand visibility and popularity, content plays a major role. So if you see any small business or any big business, all are creating content. Let me just give you an example.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to a company like Apple, so usually what we think that when it comes to content, Apple will only create product launches, or they are meetings that they are hosting, or maybe some reviews. We can go only till that extent, but no, they are also coming up with mini series where they are having entertainment, they are
Yeah.
inspiring people, and they are also educating people.
Yeah.
So by using their products, how behind the scene of how Apple employees work and what they do, by also adding a little fun element into it. So what are they doing? They're creating content.
Content. Yeah. So, I think video creation and video editing are going to be the future. Like, it will be like top 10 jobs. Like, now itself, there are demand for video editors. So, what's your take on it, sir?
One of the most important skill in the digital world or in the internet world that you have to learn is making a video. And now when you make a video, the second step is editing a video. So
Editing.
yes,
Yeah.
both of them goes hand in hand, and it's a vital skill that each and every one of us have to learn. But now the question that comes is, if I have to make a video, do I need to buy a DSLR or a video camera? I would say no. You can
Yeah.
start your journey with your simple mobile phone itself. Your mobile phone is called as a smartphone for a reason. It has a video camera,
Yeah.
it has editing softwares, and it has social media platforms. So creation,
And I would
editing,
like to include that we are very well versed to use a smartphone also, sir.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, I know you're saying in a very sarcastic manner, but yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, sir.
Lovely.
Yeah. And can you explain more about your business, sir? What you do exactly, so that my listeners can get information.
Sure. So, as I told you, I'm a digital coach and I help entrepreneurs build their digital empire through content marketing. So, every Sunday, I conduct a workshop for Instagrams, that how can you build business on Instagram, because Instagram is one of the fast growing platform, and you should have and you should produce content there. So, I it's a 3 hours workshop that I do, and give lots and lots of values and lots of gifts, and enable and empower the entrepreneurs immediately to get the results. So that's the one thing that I do. Apart from that, I nurture my tribe by taking lots of mastermind sessions and taking care of their questions and answer, and helping them in every step and aspect of their brand building, and their building their digital empire. Apart from that, I also create a lot of content. So I'm a YouTuber, so I have two YouTube channels, primarily focus on entrepreneurship, content creation, personal branding, so and so forth. So I speak majorly on that. I also have a podcast channel called as The Digital Maddie Show. So you can listen to
Yeah, sir.
all the aspects related to digital marketing. And I also interview lots of people across the globe and try to take their angle and aspect about how they are building their business, or their expertise. So they come and share their expertise too. So these are some of the things that I do, and part of the thing that I also help young entrepreneurs like you, Lokesh.
Yes,
So
sir.
get a platform and take the things further. So that's all about me.
Yes, sir. So, coming back to social media platforms, at first when I was in school, Facebook was the talk, and later Instagram came, and many other social platforms came, Snapchat, Twitter, and all. So, do you think Instagram will be outdated after many years, or after 5 years or 6 years? New platforms can replace Instagram, or because it has happened already, because Facebook was replaced by Instagram, and Twitter is going good now. So what's your take on it, sir?
Okay. So as you said that when you were in school, Facebook was in demand. I would say when I was in college, Orkut was in demand.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so Orkut as a platform was completely destroyed or overtaken or overshadowed by Facebook. So when Facebook was launched in 2008, Orkut was when it got shut down because all the users went towards Facebook. Okay, so it's a cycle.
Yeah.
So when a new platform comes where people think that, oh my god, this is a great opportunity to connect with, so they will always migrate to the new one because they want to grab the opportunity. Let's take example right now, Clubhouse. So
Yeah.
Clubhouse was launched last year, and the initially it started with the iOS platform, and now recently it has opened up for Android users also. So yes, people wants to grab the opportunity to be the first people to be on the platform, so that they have an extra edge over the competition. So this is bound to happen. This is going to happen. That's why if you see all these social media platforms, be Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, they all are working their dash off to primarily uh, always be in the eyes of the audience. That's why they always keep on coming up with new features, new techs, so that they are always above the competition. I'll give you an example. When TikTok was banned in our country, okay, Instagram saw that as an opportunity because there were millions
Yeah.
of users. So that's how the first thing which was launched on Instagram was in India was Reels,
Yeah.
so that people can start creating and consuming the same content which was there on TikTok, but in the form of now Reels on Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's how in order to encourage people and motivate people, Instagram started giving them better reach, better audience, and more
Yeah.
followers for that. So
Mm.
this is how they wanted to encash that opportunity. Now
Mm.
once Instagram got successful, YouTube thought, oh my god, we are lagging behind because now people are going towards Instagram. So YouTube
Mm.
came up with a new concept called as Shorts,
Shorts. Yeah.
okay, which is same replica of Reels. However,
Mm.
Reels was initially restricted in our country for 15 seconds to 30 seconds, and
Mm.
Short was giving up to 59 seconds or a minute. So
Yeah.
that's how there is a cutthroat competition happening between these platforms
Mm.
to grab the opportunity. So
Mm.
I can't say right now that yes, over a period of time, Instagram will be replaced by someone else. If
Mm.
Mark Zuckerberg thinks and has all the full capacity to ensure that
Mm.
Instagram stays, he will do
Mm.
anything and everything to
Yeah.
ensure that Instagram be there for a longer time, because this is the bread and butter for them.
Yeah. So, is it only me thinking that along with the short video format like Reels or Shorts, or for that matter TikTok and all, long format videos are getting very good reach nowadays, because people due to this lockdown are consuming more content, and especially podcasts. So people are listening to more and more podcasts, because I follow a lot of podcast channels, and I have seen the growth. When I started watching podcasts, there were like only thousands of views, but now they are getting like immense number of views, sir. So do you think that along with short video formats, the long video format is also changing the game? What do you think, sir?
The long form videos were always there in the game. The short
Mm.
form videos was introduced because, based on the research which was done by these platforms, they came to
Mm.
know that the attention span of the people is only 7 seconds. So why
Mm.
not to create short form content which is easy to consume? It's like a fast food, you're
Mm.
easy to consume and grab and let's go, but we
Yeah.
still enjoy proper meals, okay?
Mm.
So what I will say, Lokesh, is we need to have a proper strategy of why to make a short video and why to make a long video. Now when it comes
Mm.
to long videos, there are two forms of long videos. One is a
Mm.
lean forward content, another is a lean backward content. Lean
Okay.
backward content is majorly where you do entertainment oriented stuffs, okay?
Okay.
But lean forward is like how to, or trying to learn something. So
Mm.
simple example, why do we go to YouTube?
Uh, it has many features for entertainment, for education, or
Majorly people go for two.
mm.
One is
Yeah.
entertainment,
Mm.
that is listen to or watch videos or movies. The
Yeah.
second thing is they go there to seek a solution to the problem that they have.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Now when
Agreed.
you have to solve a problem, it can't be
Mm.
done in a short video.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, when we say technical aspect, like my laptop is not working or my this is
Mm.
happening, or how to do this or how to do that, even to make a recipe, how to
Yeah.
cook this, how to do that,
Yeah.
so it will be a long form video.
Mm.
So yes, long form videos will always be there, okay, but you need to have a proper strategy for doing that.
Okay.
Simple.
Yeah, and also before few years, I myself used to search. If I don't know anything, I used to search in Google. But recently, I search everything in YouTube itself, because it has video content and it is very easy to grasp also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why YouTube is considered as the second largest search engine, okay,
Yeah,
Google being the first, and that's why YouTube is owned by Google itself.
Google itself. Yeah. So my next question will be: you do podcast and you teach students how to make a podcast. So please, you can share your knowledge with us. It's a
Sure.
personal question.
Absolutely. Now understand one thing, Lokesh.
Yeah.
Podcast as a concept is already there in the market from past 20-25 years. Okay,
Mm.
but that is there in abroad. In our country, we can consider it was a podcast, but it was in the form of a professional one called as All India Radio,
Yeah.
Vivid Bharati. So these are
Mm.
all the radio stations
Yeah.
that we have learned. But
Yeah.
then primarily it was used for broadcasting news, for broadcasting songs and entertainment.
Mm.
When edutainment started coming in, across the globe, so education plus entertainment, that's where the popularity of the podcast started going high. Now podcast is one majorly got opportunity for those people who were scared to come on the camera. or who had certain uh, you know a mindset, a block in the mindset that I don't want to show my face on the camera, I'm shy, I feel scared. But now it's podcast, you can talk anything and everything you want because no one is going to see your face, they're just going to hear your voice. Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, podcast low and steadily is getting popularity in our country. And if you are a life coach, if you are a business owner, if you are a content creator, you should have a podcast channel, because it's a medium to convey the message to the people what exactly you want to give value all about. So it's an amazing platform where you can go ahead. So I have a course called as Video Podcast Mastery. It's a 5 days course where a person with a layman man person who doesn't even know anything about podcast and everything, in 5 days they become so expert that they are able to grab the opportunity to also monetize the podcast.
Hmm.
And now the journey has happened in such, like, I have global students, so I have a platform of more than 20,000 podcasters who have learned from me, and now they have a global presence and they are everywhere. Okay, so there were housewife who had no knowledge of how to do, now they are having their own recipe podcast, so and so forth. There are neighbors who are chit chatting and they are earning. So it got an opportunity for people to connect and share their stories. Okay, I have veterans, I have army veterans, navy veterans, okay, who are 70 years old, 80 years old, who are sharing their war stories in the
Yeah.
podcast. So this is where I say podcast can give you an opportunity, a platform to create a legacy about your knowledge. So you should have a podcast for your brand.
Okay, sir. What about the video format of that podcast, sir? Like one we are having now.
Okay, that's the reason my course name is Video Podcast Mastery. So,
Yeah.
I teach people how to have a video format of a podcast as well as an audio format of a podcast. And I also teach them how to repurpose the content so that you never fall short of content creation.
Yeah. So then my next question to you will be, sir, what is affiliate marketing, and can anyone be affiliate marketer with basic knowledge of social media and stuffs like that, sir?
Absolutely. Now, Warren Buffett says that you should never lay your eggs in one basket.
One basket. Yeah.
So you should always have an MSI, a multiple stream of income or a multiple source of income.
Source of.
So why people got affected in lockdown? Because they only had one source of income.
One source. Yeah.
Okay, so when that source got closed, people started panicking. But now assume, Lokesh, that you have 5 sources of income, in which one
Yeah.
can be affiliate marketing. Okay,
Hmm.
so even if one door gets shut, you still have 4 sources which is still generating income. Now, will you go into the panic mode? Absolutely not. You will still
No. Yeah.
serve people. Okay. Now, when you say what is affiliate marketing, we Indians are born with affiliate marketing. Like, we love affiliate marketing.
Affiliate.
But most of the people don't know that consciously or unconsciously they are doing an affiliate marketing. Like, Lokesh, let me ask you a question. Where do you belong to? Which city you belong to right now?
Chennai.
Chennai. So if I come to Chennai and if I say, Lokesh, I want to have an amazing uttapam, can you tell me a restaurant, please?
I can name a number of restaurants to you, sir.
Number of restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you name them, I will go. Who's going to get the business? The restaurant guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
But are you getting the commission?
No.
But you did an affiliate marketing, right? You
Yeah.
promoted someone's product.
Yeah.
So we Indians are born with that. We do it. अरे यहाँ पे जाओ, ये खा के आओ, अरे यहाँ पे जाओ, उसका दुकान पे जाओ.
Exactly.
So we do affiliate, but we never monetize that opportunity.
Hmm.
So affiliate marketing is primarily promoting other people's products, and that's how you earn and take the benefit. But again, as I'm telling you, it's an affiliate business. What people do is they always run behind, I want to make money, I want to make money, I want to make money.
Hmm.
Of course, money is it's a product of your action.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you need to think as a business.
Hmm.
What most of the people fail is because they don't have a strategy and they don't think and consider that whatever they are doing
Hmm.
is a business.
Hmm.
So if you see, many people are right now in the mode of learning from so many digital gurus and want to have their presence and want to make business. But
Mm.
majority of the people
Mm.
never reach to the next milestone is because they never consider it as a business. Oh my god, I
Mm.
have to invest this much. Oh my god, monthly मुझे इतना भरना पड़ेगा. Oh my god, I have to do this much. इतना
Mm.
काम करना पड़ेगा. So and so
Mm.
forth. So there are employees who used to
Mm.
work and slog for 12 hours for a company just to get
Mm.
peanuts of the salary. Now when they want to have their own startup, they are not ready to devote that much time.
Mm. Yeah.
So even with affiliate marketing, if I say what advertisement people say, work for 2 hours and make this much money,
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. They sell
right?
courses on that also.
Absolutely. But
Mm.
let's talk honesty over here. If
Mm.
if it was been done in 2 hours, everyone would have been done it.
Yeah.
It's not. You have to take it. It's a full-time job. A business is basically a full-time job. But now you're not working for someone else. You're working for yourself.
For yourself. Yeah.
So yes, I would say affiliate marketing is very much possible. You should have the right product for your right customer, and that's how you will be able to do it.
Mm.
Straight,
So
simple.
content also plays a major role, because if you have good content in your media platform, then automatically you get subscribers, you get followers, and to that subscribers you can make them pay money for you. Is
Yeah,
that
that's the sales funnel. That's the actual
mm,
sales funnel. First, you need to attract, and then you can convert them.
mm.
So that's the part of the sales funnel, and you should do it. And that's what the
So
actual game is.
yeah, so in social media, many of them thinks if people think that YouTuber earn money only through ad revenue, but it's not like that. If you have a good subscriber base, follower base, you get sponsorships. Brands approach you to promote their own products. So I think most of them don't realize that, because I know number of YouTube channels. They have a very good content, they have very good followers, subscribers, and all. But I never see a sponsorship. I don't know whether that's their will or they are not aware of it. I don't know that exactly, but yeah. So
Now all the channels that I have, Lokesh, are all monetized. Okay. But if I tell you the income that I earn from YouTube does not have a major share in my monthly income.
monthly income.
Majorly it is collaborations, brand sponsorships, and what I sell, as well as affiliate marketing. So the rest four have to that extent I will say that the rest four is the 98% of the source income, and YouTube plays only 2% source income.
Okay.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
there is a myth that people say, oh, we earn so much on YouTube, so and so forth. It takes time. You need to create that much content on YouTube that people can consume multiple videos, so that you get the benefit out of it by making 5 or 10. Common question asked to me by my students is, Mithil, when I'll start earning from YouTube video, or how can I make this video viral? I will say, you can't make a video viral. You need to consistently create videos, and you are just one video away from making it viral,
Yeah.
because you never know which video will hit the consumer's mind and they will start consuming like a virus. So it all depends upon consistency, because consistency is the key when it comes to creating content, and this is one thing that most of the marketers don't do it.
And also about many digital, I mean not digital marketers, but affiliate marketers, they promote their own courses. So do you think is it practical to subscribe one, or to learn by yourself? Because already free content is available in YouTube and all. So is it necessary to buy some courses from a affiliate marketer and then learn, or learn it organically from YouTube and all?
Very good question, Lokesh. Now, when I started my journey, nine and a half years back, I started my journey by consuming content on YouTube. Okay, the mindset and the mentality that I had was everything is available on YouTube, and YouTube is a very big university itself. Now, when we reach and go to a mentor or a coach, the role of the mentor and the coach is to give you the same or an elaborated content which is available on YouTube in a structured manner. When you go to YouTube, You can consume and you can learn anything and everything from YouTube. But the problem is when you go to YouTube, it will suggest you many so much things that you get confused from where do you start, which video should you begin with. But when you go to a coach or a mentor, it will give you a structured curriculum so that you can learn it in the right way. Like for example, Lokesh, if you, can you share me your education background? What have you done?
I'm an engineering graduate, sir.
Okay, which engineer you are?
Electronic and instrumentation.
Fantastic. Now I can learn anything and everything about electronics from YouTube. Why need to go to and become an engineer?
Yeah.
I went and I spent my 4 years into the engineering college, and because there was a structured curriculum. It started with basic, then intermediate, and then the advanced stage. That's the only difference. Plus, you don't get certified. By learning from YouTube, you can't say you are an engineer.
Engineer, yeah. So, so something related to that. Does a degree matters nowadays? Because many entrepreneurs and founders are speaking of their startup or company that if you have skill, we will hire you, because they don't see degree as a parameter nowadays. Is that a shift happening, or what do you say, sir?
Lokesh, that shift had happened long time back. The only thing is, it was not highlighted. Now, since it is in action and the demand is there, and see, if you see what is an MBA and what's an engineering, it's a skill. What you learned was actually a skill. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is the difference between Lokesh as an engineer and someone else as an engineer sitting in the same interview room? Does Lokesh have something extra? Then only as a company I'm going to hire you. So do you have any extra skills, or you have just undergone the same basic curriculum and nothing learned extra? So understand one thing, skill is the only thing that matters. Of course, degree is important because you need to understand it in the right manner. Otherwise, people will not go to schools and colleges. Okay?
Yeah.
Now the choice is theirs whether they want to go to schools and colleges. But the thing that matter, again, when you go to schools and colleges, what is taught? Skills. What is drawing? A skill. What is exercise?
Yeah.
A skill. Right? Okay. What is maths? Maths primarily is a skill. The only problem is the system that we have in our country is not designed in such a way that whatever skill that you have learned, you implement it also. There is a concept that I follow, is called as a golden triangle. Now, when it comes to a golden triangle, what does golden triangle means? You learn, you do, and then you teach. That's a golden triangle. What happens in our country is we learn the skills. We are only learning the skills. Okay? But then, are we doing the same skills? Okay, like I had so many automobile engineers. I've spoken to so many automobile engineers. I say that what you are, I want to make this car. I want to be this, and that's why I'm learning automobile engineering. I just ask them, have you ever gone to a mechanic and have worked in a garage for 2 months in your vacation? Why should I do that? I just want to sit in a cabin and I want to make cars.
Yeah.
Cars are not made on paper. They are made in the workshops. So have you worked in a workshop? This is the difference. People are learning the skills, but people are not putting it into action. Like if Lokesh, you learned podcasting, but if you never do a podcast episode, what's the point of learning that skill?
Yeah.
But now if you go to a interview and you say that I have a podcast channel with 1000 episodes with a 1 million views, that's where you learn the skill and you implement. When I see that in a biodata, what I understand is you as a candidate, you are an action taker. So I will hire you. Simple.
Okay. Yeah, sir. So it's a kind of silly question. Do you think in future, like engineering, like a MBA, content creation, strategy making in social media platforms, SEO, SMMs, are these going to be a kind of degree? Like they will structure these and all in a degree format, or do you think like that? because it is also a skill and a job also nowadays. So what do you think, sir?
Very good question, Lokesh. As we speak, content creation, SEO, CRM, so and so forth, which is there in the digital marketing right now, it's already a diploma course offered by big universities, including IIM. So you are
Okay.
thinking as a degree, it has already become a diploma.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely in the future it will become a degree. See, if whenever there is a demand, a supply has to be created.
Yeah.
So even these institutions, educational institutions, it's business for them. So when they see there is a demand, they are going to create students. So they are going to create opportunities for the students to learn. Simple. So yes, if the need arises, which is there, and I'm sure it is going to go ahead also. This is just the beginning. This is just the sunrise of content marketing. That yes, but again, going through those institutions and getting those degrees may get you job, but if you are practically doing it during your early days, even if, like, as you said that this is a very silly question, I'll tell you, people consider making videos at the initial stage silly.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Start making silly videos. If you go to my any of my channel, the first, if you go to my first video, it's a pathetic video. Like if I
Yeah.
see it looking back after 5 years, 6 years, I'm like, oh my god, was this is me? Such kind of videos I used to make.
Yeah.
So we all start as a novice, and that's how we become an expert.
Yes.
So learning is important, but implementing whatever you have learned, okay, is the foundation. Because if you see what is the spelling of learn, Lokesh,
LEARN, sir.
right? Now remove L,
Earn. Wow. Yeah.
right? So if you want to earn, you have to learn. So I, like, this is what I teach my students in the mastermind sessions, that we as business owners, we are going to hit a plateau after some time. This is the journey always hits a plateau, okay, and we then start having a consistent income, but then the income doesn't grow. So I tell them, now is the time to learn, and when they learn a new skill, the plateau starts going up again.
Increases. Yeah.
So they also have realized that if you want to increase the earning, increase the learning.
Learning, particularly not in content, but also in other criteria of business. Is it right, sir? Not alone, particularly in content.
There are a minimum of 27 skills that you should learn in order to have your own online business.
Exactly.
So the journey never stops. It's a constant
And
learning.
sir, you teach every 27, I think.
No, I don't teach every 27, because then I'll be a jack of all and master of none. I don't teach 27 skills, but yes, I
Okay.
do teach half of those, because
Okay.
they are all interrelated to. I teach everything which is interrelated to each other, because if you start learning, for example, if you start learning content creation, now in content creation, the very first step is research, which topic to make. Okay, that's a skill. Okay, after making that, and you, for example, you're making a YouTube video, now the skill that you need to learn is called as copywriting. What title that you should write which will attract the right customers, how you should make a thumbnail. Now when you make a thumbnail, technically what you're doing, graphic designing.
Graphic designing. Yeah.
So you need to learn Canva, for example, if you're using the platform Canva or Photoshop. So you have to learn those platforms also, right? So yes, since things which are interrelated to each other, so I have an ecosystem which is called as a self-made entrepreneur program. So yes, in that entire ecosystem, I teach all these skills, and it's mandatory and it is essential for you to launch your business, and at least it will keep you sustained in the business for the next 3 years with this many skills.
So, sir, in my last podcast, I hosted someone, and I asked the same question but in different way. Like, is it good to be a specialist or a generalist? Because just now you said jack of all trades and master of none. So, do you think because social, like you said, online marketing includes 27 things to complete. So do you think learning everything, learning a particular thing is very good, or learning most of the things, like not to be an expert but to be an amateur in that? So what do you suggest, sir?
Okay. One thing that I have learned from millionaires and billionaires is what you don't know, outsource it. What you know, be a master in it.
BMR. Okay.
But I will add one more thing over here based on my experience. Okay.
Mm.
What happens is when we outsource, okay, we do not have a knowledge of what that people or that team is doing with whatever I have outsourced. I'll give you a simple example. When I did not knew about video editing, there were people who used to who gave me a quotation that per video of YouTube we will charge you for a 10 minutes video editing, will charge you 15,000.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I'll come back to you in a week. Now I started learning video editing from YouTube. Okay. One of an amazing channel called a GFX Mentor. Beautiful channel where you learn video editing in a much easier manner. Okay. In Hindi and Urdu flavor. So I learned entire video editing, and now I sat in front of them and I said, now when you are quoting me 15,000 rupees, what exactly you're going to do? So they said, we are going to do this. Now I had the knowledge of video editing. I did not put it into action, but I had the knowledge of what is the parameters, what is supposed to be done in a video editing. Now I started asking questions, then what about this, and this? So they understood that now they are not talking to a dumb person, but a person who has a knowledge. I do not have the time, that's why I'm approaching you to get the things done. But that does not mean you will fool me around. So what can be done for 2,000 rupees, you can't charge me 15,000. Now you can say, no, I'm a brand, I'm a quality, this and that. Fine. Even if you're a brand or a thing, okay, but that does not mean that the iPhone is sold for 1 crore rupees just because it's a brand. Of course, the quality matters, but the quality has only miniature difference between the other brands, not that much. And even if you're doing that, are you going to create a movie like an Hollywood for me? Well, no, it's going to be a very simple video. Now, for a simple video, you charging me this much? No, I'm unacceptable. So what I tell people what I tell my students and everyone else on my social media platforms is, you should learn the skills. It's okay you don't want to do it, you outsource it, but at least you will have the idea what is supposed to be done in it, so that you can give the respective information to it, and you can also play an active role in that entire project to getting it done in a faster manner.
Okay, beautiful. Now my next question will be, since you are a digital marketer, you teach students, what do you think about email marketing in particular, sir? Is it relevant? Because many other marketing platforms and strategies are in place now.
Okay. Like, if I have to ask you, what are the other strategies which are in place right now?
Except email marketing, there is obviously there is content. There are like chatbots, because you can do marketing through chatbots, and affiliate type of marketings we just spoke about. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, I'll tell you one thing. In the entire whole internet world, the only thing that you own is your website. Tomorrow, as you said, that Instagram may close and another platform can come. So what happened over here? If Mark Zuckerberg decides that I want to shut down all my companies, I want to retire. I don't want to have this jig and every time sitting in front of the US government and answering people and so on and so forth. So if Facebook shuts down, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all the three will shut down. Okay, now this three will get shut down. Okay,
Yeah.
people who are doing business on these platforms, they will have to find another alternative.
Yeah.
Now, when you are having your entire business on your website and you are having email marketing, okay, email marketing is the key that I have learned from my mentors, okay, that you need to, on a constant basis, you need to generate and keep on building your list. It's called as list building in email marketing.
Okay.
The more list you have,
Mm.
the more it becomes very easy for you to nurture your customers.
Mm.
So email marketing plays a vital role in nurturing your customers, building a community, and taking care of them.
Mm. Mm.
What happens
So
in
basically,
corporate?
it's utilize. Mm.
So what happens
So
in corporate?
basically,
The
it's
foundation. Go ahead, Lokesh. Go
oh,
ahead.
sorry, sir. So basically, you are telling that utilizing the data you got to remarket things again to the customers. So.
It's not always remarket things, Lokesh. Now, this is one thing that most of the people like. This is majorly people do. I just want to sell.
Mm.
I just want to sell. I just want to sell.
Mm.
Apart from selling, there is something called as there is a. If you see, it's always called as sales and servicing. There's a department called as sales and
Mm.
servicing. Everyone is only focused about selling, selling, selling. No one is ready to give service. That's the reason why the customer never stops at one digital guru, keeps on hopping on all the various digital gurus because there is no service offered to them. And email marketing
Mm.
plays an important role, an important aspect to
Mm.
nurture and service the customers. For example, Lokesh, you if you want to explore more of podcasting and you join my podcasting course, now you learn podcasting course, like there is an exchange. You paid money, I gave you the course access. Okay, you started learning,
Yeah.
you enjoyed,
Mm.
that's it. Now there are two types of coaches. One who will forget about you. You paid money, I teach you, finish the transaction is over.
Mm.
But now I will keep on nurturing you. I'll give you more ideas of how to create more podcasts, how to bring more topics, what are the new things which are happening, what are the new trends which are happening. And then after 6 months, you decide, now I want to learn YouTube.
Mm.
And I know that Digital Mithil has a YouTube course also. So, sir, can you give me access to that course? Why did you remember me? Because I
Because of
was
the
nurturing
service.
you for 6 months.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? And in this entire 6 months, I'm not going to sell you anything. I'm just going to nurture you. Because I know personally that you are still not ready for that course. Yes, in between, if you think that you want to learn, I will give you the access in an exchange. But not, I will not approach you. That's not my strategy. That's not my way of working. Because I don't like to sell. I make people buy.
Okay. Yeah. So, what would be your advice? Three advice for a person who is just entering college, or he is in the college and he has no idea about what to do or to do what job, because they most of the college, from my experience, most of the college students have no idea what's there in the real life market. So what do you think, sir? What will be what's your advice on it for the students?
Okay. So, students who are entering the college, okay, first and foremost, focus on your education. It's very important.
Mm.
Second, along with education, do something called a side hustle.
Mm.
Learn a skill which you think that you are good at. Okay, but don't have a herd mentality. What do you mean by herd mentality? Arey, my 5 friends are making meme marketing. I'll do meme marketing. But you are good at singing, or you're good at playing tabla. You do that. I have seen YouTube channels who only play tabla and make huge money. And then they teach, and then now they have their online courses on how to teach tabla.
Mm.
So have a side hustle. It can be a small space. Invest 1 to 2 hours every day to learn a skill. And then keep on polishing it, keep on polishing it, keep on polishing it. So 4 years you are learning something where you're going to get a degree. Along with that, 4 years you are learning or you're doing a side hustle and you are slowly progressing it. Like I have personally seen people graduating. There's a job offer of probably 5 lakhs and their business is also generating 5. Now there's a job offer of 5 lakhs per annum and they are generating an income of 5 lakhs per month at the same time. So now they have to decide, what should I do? Then you should go for a specialized course. If you want to take it ahead, then do an MBA or so and so forth. But one thing that our country's education system does not teach, and it's called as money management. So there is one, like, as you said that I can give three advices, so I gave two advices. The last advice is read books. I'll recommend a book that you should read. It's called as Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Poor. Yeah.
Please read that book. All the students who are listening to this episode, read that book, because that's where you will understand the entire working of money. We have played games like Monopoly and business in our childhood, but we have never understood why those games were made. Okay, so those games were made as an activity for such programs, which later on it was monetized into games and started selling to other people. So a strong recommendation is read books, enhance your skills, and create a side hustle. Three advices what Lokesh asked me to give it to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I hope listeners would enjoy this, and because I asked many personal questions to you, so I got clarified at the first place. So,
Awesome.
thank you, sir, to be the. It was really a beautiful podcast, sir, because I hope this podcast will particularly help many students, college students in particular, because they, by my experience, I am saying that I just graduated last month. I am an engineering graduate, so I had no idea of what's next. So I have a business plan which I am going to start later, because it is some financial situations because of the pandemic. So I thought of creating a YouTube channel, gaining subscribers, so that I can market it later, my product. So that's how it all started. I used to put sports content. Now I am pivoting it into more self-improvement content for all the listeners and viewers. So it was very valuable, sir. I'll give all the links in the description, sir, and hope we can do many other podcasts with you, sir. So thank you so much.